Facebook, YouTube, Swaggy Nation. What's good, man? We're back with an untraditional version of Boozin BS'in. Obviously, don't have a guest today. It's just myself trying to figure out new things to do. Trying to keep things simple, basically. Today, first, I want to give a toast to myself. I want to give a toast to myself and to the higher ups. You know, I don't know. I'm not a huge religious person, but you know the way that life has gone the last year, it's turned around. It's turned around. So all I can do is, you know, be blessed and be thankful, and just be honored. You know, that I get another day to wake up and to just keep trying. I'm always blessed to, you know, have another day, basically. But you know, most of the time, whenever you see things online, videos and stuff, people talking about their lives, you know, it's always the highlight reel. It's always the good things that are happening to people. By the way, my sweater, it's, you know, it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but 'tis the season. So, cheers to that as well. But, you know, I always have these thoughts and these visions of sharing like my real raw feelings and emotions. But you know, once you sit down and you try to talk in front of a camera and talk to other people on the internet, just in general, obviously, it's usually you try to hide a lot of the real stuff just because most people don't want to hear it. But in my opinion and the way that I've been going through life, it's better to just kind of tell people like the honest truth, because in reality people want to hear about that, especially the people that are going through the same things that you're going through, and on top of that, the people that care about you and want to see you succeed, they want to hear that stuff too. Just, you know, there's a lot of people in my circle that I know, just some of the videos that I've put up, you know, I've gotten feedback from them on just, you know, I'm not going to share exactly what they say, but just knowing that there's some kind of support there, it makes me feel good, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to be vulnerable and kind of just tell people, you know, how it is. So I say that to say this. The last year for me has been really hard. Everything that's happened, though, I take majority of the blame. Just about all of the blame. Because, you know, the main thing that's been an issue for me the last year has been stability, and with struggling with stability comes with financial problems, which is the number one thing for me that stresses me out the most, just because as much as we hate it and as much as sometimes it doesn't make sense, I mean, you have to do something to have some type of money coming in, just because that's just how the world is. It's unfortunate, but you know, you just got to do what you got to do, especially in today's world. You know, you got to be able to keep up. And for me, I've put myself in situations time and time again this last year that has made it really hard. But with that, going back to, you know, my inner circle, my support system, that goes a long way, because you know, my inner circle, the people that have helped me this last year, you know, some of them are really supportive. Well, they're all supportive, but like the response, you get a certain response here and you get a certain response here, because they've all been there. And if I didn't have a strong circle and a strong support system, I don't know what my life would be right now. Like, my life could literally have changed so much. And on top of that, I've been blessed with the ability to have my landlord. So basically, having financial problems, I've not been able to pay bills. But I've been blessed with the ability to have a financial support program, basically. I couldn't figure out how to say that. Yeah. But, so it's like, that's a blessing, And that's just one of those things that, like, the universe is working in your favor for the situation that you have. And me sitting here right now, looking back, like, that's been super helpful, and it's literally saved my life. Not like me living, but just my situation. It's helped me so much, and for that, I mean, all I can say is just thanks to whoever, and thanks to the higher ups, and thanks to the universe looking out for me. But I've just tried to remain as level as possible. I've tried to just keep going. I tell my beautiful girlfriend Kayla all the time that every day that you wake up and every day that you get out of bed and you just do what you got to do, that's baby steps, and those are just things that build up to the future to get, to where you want to be. And I have to remind myself that all the time, that just because you're in a certain situation, it doesn't mean that your situation down the road is going to be the same. It's usually going to get better. And, this last year I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried. And again, I've made mistakes, and I've put myself in these situations myself. So I can't really, take anything away from that. But I say all that to say this. Come, or not come, Wednesday, this last Wednesday, or 2 days ago, I started at the Toyota plant here in Georgetown, and going through that orientation there, it's been really, like, inside I've felt something when it comes to starting a job. I've felt something that I've never felt before, just for the simple fact that it's an amazing opportunity for me. And I don't know how I was able to be blessed with this opportunity, but I'm just so thankful, because I've known a lot of people that have worked there, and I know that most people, when they go to work there, they retire there. And that's just something that, again, I've never gone into a job and looked at it as a career. But this time around, I'm looking at this as a career, and it's so exciting. It seems like it's one of those things that can be really life-changing. And me being 25, right in the middle of my 20s, I'm 5 years away from 30. And then from 30, I mean, the only way is up. There's gonna be bumps, and there's gonna be trials and tribulations, and there's gonna be things that test you, because that's just what life does. And up until this point, I've seen it, and you've seen it, and your friend has seen it, and your mother has seen it. Everybody's been through some struggle, and everybody's been through some times where things just don't seem right, and things just seem like they're not going to work out. But time and time again, the universe, and again, I'm not super spiritual and I'm not super religious, but whenever I pray to God, and whatever God is, that's who I pray to, and that's who I believe in. And whatever you believe in, or whatever you do, regardless, the universe works towards making things better for you. And I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand a lot in my life. In my 25 years of life, I've seen it happen, and I've seen the universe work in my favor a lot. And this opportunity for me is one of those opportunities that I just cannot let slip. I'm sitting through orientation, and I'm fucking thinking about, things that I'm going to be doing with, because they make good money. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm already thinking about, like, what I'm going to do. I'm being able to, like, pay my bills again, and being able to, if I want a new pair of Crocs, or if I want to buy my dog some toys, or if I want to do this, or if I want to go out to eat and spend money and not have to worry about it again. I've missed that feeling. And I've just come to realize that I need structure in my life, and I need something to look forward to. And with this opportunity, I can really have something to look forward to. And it's exciting, and it's exciting for me. It's a different feeling, and I like it. I like it. It's becoming an adult. I'm not 18 no more. I'm 25, and I really have to get my shit together, basically. But it is what it is, and what it is it's great. And if you're watching this and you're going through some struggles, just know that it gets better. I promise it gets better, because it always does. I've heard a bunch of different sayings and a bunch of different metaphors on, like, what life is in terms of going through bad times and going through good times, and then going back through bad times and going through good times. For me, what I explain life as is a roller coaster. Because you know how roller coasters are. They start real high, right? They all go up, and then it's a big drop. And then throughout the whole roller coaster, there's ups, there's downs, there's twists, there's turns, there's twirls, there's ups, there's downs. But then at the end, on a roller coaster, what happens? You're steady, right? And you go right back to where you were, and it's even, right? So that's the best metaphor that I could think of for life, because all the way up until your point of finding that stability, you're gonna go through some shit. It's that simple. And again, in my 25 years of life, or I should say, no, fuck that. In my 25 years of life, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of stuff. And again, going back to the beginning, it's like I don't share those things because for some reason, it's like you don't want to share the real stuff. But for me, I've been through some shit. But I'm getting through it. And I'm working towards the person, and I'm working towards the life that I want, and the person that I want to be in the future. So if you're watching this and you're going through some shit, man, just understand that it gets better. It always gets better. Always. And even when things are going bad, it will get better. And then when things are great, something's going to happen and it's going to test you. But that doesn't mean you give up. It doesn't mean you give up. It doesn't mean you stop trying. It doesn't mean that you lose faith in, the long-term goal. It doesn't mean you lose faith in what you believe in and having faith in yourself. You can't lose that. You can't lose grip of that. You can't lose sight of the main goal. You just gotta keep going. Because if you don't go through stuff and you're just handed everything and everything's perfect, that's a boring life. I'm sorry, it is. But if you don't have no struggles, that's great, man. Kudos, congrats, you don't have no struggles. But I'm telling you, the people that go through some shit, those are the strongest people that you will ever meet in your life. I promise you that. A perfect example of that is my mom. She's been through some shit. And she's one of the strongest people that I know. And she's a part of my circle. And she's always there for me. So, I mean, you're going to get through it. I promise. But that's it for now. I'm gonna leave it there. But I just just keep going. Just keep going. I promise it gets better. I'm here for you. If you're watching this, I don't know who you are. If anybody's watching, I'm here for you. I promise. I got you. We're going to get through it together. If you ain't got nobody else, man, I got you. I promise. Swaggy Nation, man, I love you. Peace.